Hi, this is James Smith with the Smith Family Realty Texas. I wrote this article for families that are dealing with this same situation that I was in. To give you a little bit of backstory, when I first got into real estate, my wife and I had our son, and she was at her job for 20 years. And I had the more flexible schedule, so I helped raise my son and spent the most time with him as she had to work her 9 to 5 job. Now, this is kind of the juggling act that I came up with so we can have a work-life balance. But I hope you enjoy the article. It's how real estate agents can build a business while raising a newborn or young child. Oh, more customers. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this little video. It's a fun video I created for the blog. If not, you can read the blog itself and find all the information in there. Tell me what you think, either replying to this email or to the actual blog. Hope you enjoy.
It's late. The house is finally quiet, and you are staring at a screen watching other agents post about their latest deals. When you are the primary caregiver to a newborn, trying to compete with agents who have zero constraints at home feels incredibly isolating. The industry pushes a very specific narrative to survive. If you don't reply to a text in 60 seconds, you lose the deal. The belief is that maintaining immediate, constant availability is the only way to prove your value to a client. This flow comparison maps out how that actually works in practice. On the right, you see the tangled, chaotic path of an on-call agent. Fractured attention leads directly to showing the wrong homes, dealing with unqualified buyers, and abruptly canceling when life hits you. That chaos is what actually kills deals. The agents who consistently win in this market take the opposite approach. They stop reacting to every ping. They dictate their process, and they strictly control their time. Having a young child at home means you lack the luxury of endless, unstructured time. That constraint forces you to abandon the illusion of hustle and build a highly structured system that actually generates profit. The first mechanical shift you make is dropping the phrase, "I'm free whenever." You completely eliminate open availability and replace it with strict, predefined appointment windows. This calendar maps the transition. Instead of scattered calls and texts, you batch your work. You lock in specific days for virtual consults, set aside blocks for physical showings, and tackle administrative tasks strictly during nap times or evening hours. Telling a client, "Here are the best times I have available so I can give you my full attention," commands respect. Clients prefer an intentional professional with a process over someone who is frantic and rushed. This introduces a strict operational rule. You do not leave the house first. Rushing out the door to show a property immediately guarantees you will burn hours on buyers who haven't even spoken to a lender. We replace that reflex with the earn the showing pipeline. The wide top layer represents new leads triggering automated intake forms. In the middle layer, you filter leads via virtual consultations. Finally, the bottom point drops a vetted buyer into a scheduled showing block. Enforcing this strict sequence reclaims hours of lost time. It turns your limited availability into a highly engineered advantage. There is a rigid boundary required when merging real estate with parenting. You absolutely cannot bring a child into a potentially unsafe professional environment. You cannot split your attention between protecting an infant and managing a stranger. No meeting unknown clients alone, no entering vacant properties, no hosting late-night showings, and no unsupported open houses. To maintain those boundaries without panic, you implement a 3-level childcare game plan. Relying on "we'll figure it out" creates massive anxiety when a deal is on the line. Level 1 is planned coverage. You secure designated childcare specifically for scheduled events, like listing appointments and inspection days. Level 2 is emergency coverage. You set up reliable contingencies for sudden schedule changes or high-stakes deals that heat up unexpectedly. This diagram outlines the final safety net. Level 3, brokerage coverage. At Smith Family Realty Texas, if personal coverage falls through, the team steps in. A partner covers the physical appointment, allowing you to stay involved virtually so the deal moves forward. Engineering these strict protocols keeps your child entirely out of harm's way, and it insulates your professional reputation from the fallout of last-minute cancellations. Traditional agents run their operations entirely on manual labor. Every text, every intake form, and every follow-up requires their direct physical effort. The SFRT system automates heavy lifting. While you are putting your child down for a nap, your customer relationship management software, the database that tracks all your client interactions, is working in the background. AI tools process your intake forms and trigger follow-up sequences without you typing a single word. This is leverage over hustle. Relying on manual grind eventually burns you out, but a structured system captures leads and books appointments consistently, even while your focus is completely on your family. The demands of parenthood force you to strip away vanity metrics. You stop doing busy work and focus entirely on high-impact activities, mining your database, serving past clients, securing referrals, and conducting efficient virtual consults. This structure serves you far beyond the newborn phase. You are engineering a resilient, highly efficient business model that easily outlasts the reactive agents who are constantly running on empty. The constraints of parenthood, backed by the architectural systems at SFRT, provide the exact blueprint for dominating your market. You erase the anxiety of comparison because you are now playing a completely different game.